what you ought to do, what you ought to do. You ought to put Jesus, yes, in your life. That's not all. He'll make it all right. Yes, he will. Jesus in your life. He'll dry the tears from your eyes. He'll make it all right. He'll make it all right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Have you ever been mistreated? Are you been used and cheated? Have you ever been abused? Or maybe you've been false accused. But let me tell you what you ought to do. I do the same thing too. You ought to put Jesus, yeah, that's not all. He'll make it all right. Yes, he will. Jesus, yeah, yeah. He'll dry the tears. Yes, he will. He'll make it all right. He'll make it all right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Have you been down to your last dime and you feel it was the hardest time? Have you been broken hearted from your loved ones, torn and parted? But let me tell you, let me tell you, let me tell you one thing, what you ought to do. You ought to put Jesus, yes you ought. That's not all. You know what? He'll make it all right. You ought to put Jesus, yeah, in your life. He'll dry the tears, yes he will. You ought to put Jesus, yes you ought to. Oh, you know what? He'll make it all right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You ought to try, and you know what?